New episode of Late Night with Sharif. How y'all doing out there? I got the beautiful. This is my sister now. So when I say this, don't be tripping on me. I got the beautiful. She gonna introduce herself, but I got this beautiful lady, mother of three, businesswoman. Hey, she really like that. So, who are you?
My name is Nyesha Woodard.
All right, Nyesha. All right, I pronounce that one more time.
Nyesha.
Nyesha. You know I've been calling you Nyesha. That's kind of
It's
close,
yeah,
but it's not
close
your
enough.
name.
It's close enough.
I'm calling you that like almost like 20 years.
Yeah, it's close enough.
That's what's up. So, and where are you from?
I am from Florence, South Carolina originally.
Florence, South Carolina. Is that Wilson High School, South
Wilson
Florida,
High School,
or Wilson, the
class
Tigers?
of '92.
Okay. I tell my people like that don't know about Florence. 'Cause I think Florence. I got an office in Florence, and I just think Florence is a whole vibe. And even when I was younger, living in Conway, we used to go to Florence for everything because the beach was just one road.
Right.
So just tell us about Florence for a second. Let's touch on that.
Florence, of course, is home for me, and it is kind of a vibe. If you are, as far as Wilson is concerned, Wilson High
Right.
School, just that's a whole it's just a whole thing, especially homecoming week.
Homecoming, yeah.
But I enjoy going home and visiting, but I also enjoy coming back to Columbia. So,
Right.
but Florence is a growing town. There's lots of opportunity for people that are in the medical field and also in the manufacturing field as well.
And that's McLeod Hospital. down
McLeod
the road.
Hospital, MUSC has also expanded their
Right.
footprint there as well. So
I saw that. What's that? MUSC.
MUSC.
So that
Yep.
isn't that the hospital that like was in Charleston or something like that?
Yes.
So they branching out. They branched out to Florence.
Yep.
Okay. So it's a lot of jobs. I noticed a lot of houses going up.
There are a lot of houses going up in
Right.
Florence.
Right.
As a matter of fact, my mother is a realtor in Florence, and she's been a realtor in Florence for about 40 years, and she's done very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet. I seen some lake property like going. I don't know what area that is. I just know it's the back road to
Forest
the mall.
Lake.
Forest Lake. Okay.
Yep, Forest Lake. Yeah.
Man, there's some really nice
Yeah,
houses.
beautiful
out there.
homes.
Okay. So Wilson High School,
Yes.
known as, well, some of these people from Kingstree tell me to stop saying that, but from what I hear, y'all have the best.
Oh,
Well, from what I've
Kingstree.
seen and
Lake
from what
City.
from what I've seen and heard, Wilson High School has the best homecoming. And it's-
Wilson High School's
yeah.
homecoming is pretty close to a college homecoming.
That's what I take from it also.
I mean, Lake City,
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
y'all are cute, but nobody does it like Wilson does.
Nobody does it like Wilson, and
Absolutely
I
not.
agree. I've been to a lot of state homecomings in this state homecomings, even Conway and all that. Nobody does it
Yeah.
like Wilson.
Right.
I hate to say that because like Conway are the real Tigers of South Carolina, but you know what I'm saying. Hey, y'all do have, yeah. And we play this year. Conway and Wilson do play this
Really?
year. Yeah, I think it's like the second week.
Okay.
And I think so. We want to shout out Wilson homecoming. If y'all haven't had that Wilson homecoming experience,
got
I
to.
believe I had the dates because I knew you was coming, but I think it's the 4th through the 6th
I believe so too.
of
but-
October. October 4th through the 6th. I mean, the game, I don't even know if they go to the game, but, you know, all of that's tailgating the whole weekend is just really fly.
So last homecoming, I did go inside the gate. I did go,
Right.
and I went into the bleachers just for a brief moment because a lot of the people that don't necessarily party, they definitely do go to the game, sit and watch.
Right.
So I kind of, went into the game to see people, but
Okay.
that was it. That was
Okay.
it. I don't know who won the game, if you want me to be honest.
I don't know who won it. As long as y'all didn't book, as long as it wasn't South Florence, y'all probably won.
Right.
Yeah, South Florence difficult.
We don't talk about something.
That's my office is like right by South Florence High School. Like I could just sit out there and I could hear the whole game
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything like that.
Yeah.
South Florence, they got a good team though.
They
but
do.
But Wilson is considered. So I know it's like maybe 3 or 4 different sides of Florence. So Wilson is North Florence.
Wilson is considered North Florence, yes.
Wilson is considered North Florence, and they were like first black high school. What's
First
the
black
history
high
of Wilson?
school in South Carolina, the oldest house. Actually, I believe it's the oldest high school in South Carolina.
Right.
And the only high school in South Carolina that has their own license plate through the DMV.
Okay.
So there is a lot of history there.
Yeah, it's a lot of black history and a lot of history
Yep.
period that a lot of people came out of there. Not
Mm-hmm.
just sports, but educated people came out of Wilson.
Yep.
So the thing on North Florence. Oh, don't go around there.
Yeah,
but North
that's
Florence
not-
is not bad. Like I mean, everybody has their share of people, but share of people that aren't doing things so positive. But Wilson is a real good school, and all the people that I met from North Florence and Wilson High School, I really enjoyed them and really liked them. Like y'all really have a vibe. Probably the best band too in South Carolina. Also, they go all out. You know what I'm saying? They got the flag girls are better. The music is better. So man, if y'all haven't checked out Wilson High School, we're gonna highlight them and give them their flowers right now while we got Miss Nyesha.
Thank you.
Woodard here. All right. So, how long have you been in Columbia?
I have been in Columbia for 26 years.
26 years.
26 years, yeah.
And you have children?
I do. I have 3 children. I have a 27-year-old who is currently in Alaska.
What?
I have a 25-year-old who she lives in Columbia, but she's currently in Australia.
Okay.
And my son is 22, and he is an active duty soldier in Colorado Springs.
Go all right. And so you now your son. I'm gonna go backwards. I used to go. Now your son. You say he's in the military, right?
He's in the Army.
And he just recently, had a baby. So you're a grandma.
I am a Gigi. I am a Gigi.
Boy, girl.
He's a boy.
Boy, okay,
My
all
little
right.
Atlas.
Yeah, I saw him like he was down here. Like I saw him on I saw him on the internet, not in person. But you know what I mean. I said, oh Lord,
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah.
The babies are having babies now.
Yep. Yep.
That's cool.
He is
See,
definitely my heartstring.
That's what I know that. So, so they live where they stationed at,
Fort Carson.
and is that Texas?
No, that's in Colorado.
Colorado. Okay.
Colorado
All right.
Springs.
Okay, Colorado Springs. Okay. Yeah, that's way out there.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
all
Let the
good.
kids enjoy the
That's
life
right.
and everything like that. And you got a child that's in Alaska right now. Now, how did
Yes.
she get all the way out in Alaska?
Taryn, Taryn's my free spirit. Taryn has a degree in accounting, and she's and she worked for one of the larger law firms here in Columbia, and she decided she just didn't want to do that anymore. So she saved up her money. She went to Bali for a couple of weeks, and then she went to Alaska. And she's working there for a company. It's a seasonal job for Aramark. And after that, she's going to go do another seasonal job. And right now, she's just traveling and living her life.
That's right. And I intentionally saved the middle child for last because that's the one that I know Nick, but that's the one that and your oldest daughter work with us. But now your middle daughter, she cracks me up. She's so funny.
She's
like
funny.
she's a comedian, like really
really
comedian. But her friend plays overseas. Is that how she is in?
Ayana plays professional basketball for a team in Australia. Her previous team was in Germany. She plays for in Australia. I can't remember. It's not Sydney, but I can't remember exactly where. So she's over there visiting her.
Right.
They just came back from Japan. They were there for 10 days.
And seeing the world.
Yeah,
It's important.
yeah.
It's important.
So, and Cameron has not even aspirations. She's going to join the Navy when she gets back.
Oh, so she's going to go to the Navy.
She's going to try
Okay.
to go to the Navy, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that military. Like, you see them checks. Especially
Yeah.
if you're a college graduate, and she's a college graduate,
She
right?
is a college graduate.
So she would go into the military, like, with some rank and things like
She
that?
will.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. So
Yeah.
we just touched on she is a college graduate. So we kind of followed her basketball career
Yeah.
from senior year at Blythewood.
Yep.
Shout out to Blythewood. My
Yep.
son graduated from Blythewood.
Okay.
So from Blythewood all the way to
Benedict College.
and you was a big time basketball mom. How was that experience?
It was good. It was good. It was really good. Especially since most
They were
of the
good.
Yeah, they really were.
Yeah.
I think that's the last team that's won a championship for them. But it was good getting to know the girls, and they really did look at me as mom because most of the only local person was me, Cameron.
Okay.
So a lot of the responsibility of making sure everybody had the contact solution and all the things during games, even away games because I attended most of those. But it was good getting to know those girls. We still, a lot of them I keep in contact with. So
Yeah, and Benedict does a really good job of getting a lot of students from other states
Right.
and everything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Because when they were playing basketball and you see the program and stuff like that,
Yeah.
mostly everybody was
Out of
from
state,
somewhere
yep.
else, from out of state, so
Yep.
that's cool. So it was fun being a basketball
It
mom.
was.
I enjoy watching you be the basketball mom. That was cool.
Yeah, it was a good time, and like there wasn't anywhere that they could go that I wouldn't try to get there. The only place
Right.
they went was Ohio that I wasn't able to like get there with them, but you know.
And they won championships.
They did.
Yeah.
They won 2 back to back.
And they even was so good that they got Don Staley even let them play the Gamecocks a couple times.
They had 2 exhibition games.
Yeah, your daughter did good against
She
them.
did. She did.
She did good against them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love basketball. That's my favorite sport. So
Yeah.
just having somebody out there too, that was pretty. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I enjoy watching y'all support her. That's what we got to do. You know what I mean? A lot of parents don't. And the kids are in sports. So I sponsor Keenan and
Okay.
yeah, so I've had them like the last 2 years. So I had them like, I don't know if you know, you're a Carolina fan too, right? So you know Fu Wally.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had her last senior year and then last year. And so her senior year, you know, it was a good crowd and everything like that, and everybody wanted to see it. But last year, they didn't really support the women's basketball team until probably the playoffs, and they only had like 2 games in the playoffs. But before they came out, like, you know what I mean. But so, you know, it's important to support the kids all the way through, because I think a couple of them earlier games, they probably lost just because they didn't have like any
People there.
any support. You know what I mean? It was just like, hey, what, you know.
Yeah.
What we doing out here? The only thing people that's out there is like the people that's sponsoring them, and you know, a couple parents here and there, but you know, everybody really wasn't paying them any attention. So you know, we want to highlight that Keenan High School, and y'all come out to see us play and everything like that. We're gonna be really good this year, men's and women. We're gonna be really good this year. But let's get back to the kids. You want any more grandbabies? How many grandbabies you want? How many grandbabies you want running
as
around
many
and taking care
grandbabies as my kids can handle.
Okay.
And if it's only one, then that's okay.
Okay. That's cool.
Yep.
And ain't nothing wrong with that either. Because that one.
Yeah.
Spoil him up.
He's definitely spoiled. He can get anything he wants from me.
I know that's right. So let's touch on your businesses and things like that. What you got going on? Because you're getting this money out here. I've been getting this money out here.
Don't say that. Don't say that. I'm trying to make $1 out of 15 cents while we don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean.
I hear you.
So I am a realtor. I work for Berkshire Hathaway currently. I've been a realtor in the Columbia area for the last seven years.
Okay.
It's been very lucrative.
All right.
Right now, not so much, because there are a lot of changes with the NAR lawsuit that we're still trying to work through. We're still trying to figure out how that affects buyers and sellers and agents as well. So that I've kind of taken a step back from it just to let the dust settle a little bit before I jump back into it head first.
I made enough money during COVID because it got me for $20,000.
There was lots of money to be made during COVID.
And I always wonder, you know, why is that? But, you know, people explain it to me, but I never understood it because, like, you would think the economy would just crash and nobody would buy houses.
During COVID, there was a push to try to reinvigorate the economy, and that's the reason why the interest rates, they kept lowering the interest rates to get people to put more money into the economy. So that's where that came from. And a lot of people that today that wouldn't be able to, in the current market, wouldn't be able to qualify for a loan, they were able to get a loan during the COVID period.
And now it's tougher with
absolutely.
the changes and everything.
They've definitely tightened up on qualifications to get a mortgage.
Got you. And that goes into like banking and everything, higher interest rates and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
What about the cleaning business?
Oh, the cleaning business. So, the cleaning business is my baby. It's my firstborn outside of my children.
And that was your first business?
That was my first business.
Okay, cool.
I'm a serial entrepreneur, but the cleaning business is a thing that has been that's been constant.
Right.
We just celebrated 8 years, and it's been good. It's been hard.
Right.
We've had to rebuild a few times, but we're back and we're stronger than ever.
Okay.
I'm happy to say that we are a debt-free company.
Right. Okay.
And we are operating in the black, and we have some pretty good clients, and it's freeing. I actually retired from my full-time job at the insurance company that I was working with after 22 years.
Was that Blue Cross?
It was Blue Cross.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I thought you worked at Blue Cross.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually back at Blue Cross now.
For real? Okay. All right. Pick up a little consultant check or something.
I mean, so I had retired, and I got a call saying,
that's
"Hey,
awesome.
come on back." And I said,
They want to give you some. They want to give away some money. Hey.
"Look." So they made me an offer I kind of couldn't refuse.
That's what I said. They want to give away some money. They know what.
Yeah, and so I and because I went back to Blue Cross, I have a right-hand man who's my operations manager, so I'm a lot more hands-off with the cleaning business than I would like. Will I actually go out and clean? Absolutely, because it's my business. But a lot of the day-to-day cleaning and
I was going to ask you, do you still get out there in the field and everything?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean it's my business. I'm not scared to clean. I'm not scared to do anything because at the end of the day, the business name is mine.
Right.
You know, and I want to make sure that things are being done properly, and I never want to take my hand out of it completely. So,
boss up.
Yeah.
I like money too. I like business though. I like to build something. I spent so many years in the car business, and our friend can attest to this. You know what I'm saying? Is that you kind of just get to where you're just lazy, and you don't want to do nothing. That's just the mind state that they put you in. Like,
and
okay,
it's easy to get complacent. In a type of, because you literally were waiting for somebody to come on to the lot, to buy.
And it's money, so you're gonna make money, and you're gonna be able to feed your family. You're gonna be able to take care of your kids and things like that. And then you don't want to get out of there and lose that after 10 years and stuff like that.
Right.
And our friend inspired me to get my own business because he jumped out there.
He did.
He jumped out there first.
He did.
And I mean, I didn't even know. I mean, he's real quiet about stuff, so I didn't even know that was the plan. You know what I mean? It just. I was just like, okay. I watch how he built and stuff like that, and I just
I'm
like, man,
so
I
proud
want to
of
do
him.
that. Yeah, good people.
So proud of him.
So we're in election year.
We are in election
We have
year.
I don't think she's the nominee yet, but it's gonna be the nominee. So we have a female that's running for president.
Yes.
And the first time it didn't work out. So do you think people will go ahead and go out and vote for her?
I do.
Okay.
And my reasoning behind that is because everyone is so energized right now. They weren't.
Yeah, we were in the dumps a couple of weeks ago.
It was just like,
I was like, I'm going to vote, but I don't know about this one.
She's energetic. Yeah. She's just full of life, and she, regardless of what your perception of her policies were prior to this moment, she had a job to do. There's a lot of misinformation about her record as attorney general, right? And but it is what it is. We all have a past, right?
Right.
But on my way here, I was listening to excerpts from the Black Journalist Convention that our former president was at, and some of the things that he said, if you in good conscience do not go out to vote after seeing the things that he said, his past and the things that he said, and just, I don't know. I feel like our country, the future of our country, I'm not very patriotic, even though I'm a former military, but the future of our country depends on us getting out there to vote.
Right. We're going to come back to that. But what do you think about the military right now? I mean, being former military, having a son in the military.
Aspect?
Like, do you think it's I know your son is in the military, but do you think it's like, is it strong? Like, is it a foreign policy good right now?
Our military is the strongest in the world.
Right.
Regardless of what anybody says.
Right.
Our military is the strongest in the world.
That's what they're trying to attack Biden and
Right.
Harris on is the military and foreign policy at the border and stuff like that. So those are the big things that they're trying to say, hey, this is what we did, and then when y'all came in, this is what happened.
Well, so the thing about the border is that we had a comprehensive border package that we were trying to pass through the Senate, and Trump, who even though he's not in office anymore, blocked it.
Right.
So, they're attacking them on immigration, but they had a deal that kind of was bipartisan. They kind of gave everybody,
Right.
some of what they wanted, but he blocked it. So, but the military, it's changed
Right.
from when I was in, because I was in years and years ago. But, I think every young person should at least go through basic training.
Yeah, give it a look.
Yep.
I think so too. I used to be anti-military, like coming out of high school, but now most of my friends I went to high school with are retired out of the military, and I see how their lives are, and I'm like, shoot,
that's one of my biggest regrets.
right?
Getting out.
That's my biggest regret, not going in, even though I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I could have passed the test.
Nah, you'd have been all right. You'd have been all right.
But the physical part.
You'd have been all right.
But
You might have been on remedial PT, but you would have been all right.
Yeah. Man, my cousin went in at like 30. And now but she graduated from Benedict also, and she's in Texas right now.
She commissioned?
Yeah, she's doing real good. She said it's the best. She was messing around here trying to go up the ranks at the jails at the Department of Correction.
Right.
And, everybody's trying, most people get out of college, it's tough. Especially, and I hate to say this because I'm a big advocate for Benedict, but a lot of times, when you're battling for jobs in Columbia, you're battling these USC students, or you're battling the white students from Columbia College and things like that, and it gets hard in the job market. So a lot of the graduates that come from Benedict, they're well educated, but through the politics of where we're at, they have to kind of go through the trenches, the Walmarts, the Department of Corrections, or relocate. But if they stay here, those are usually some of the past. Not Blue Cross, but what was the other one that they had on Broad River? Blue Cross is actually a really good place to get into, but they Palmetto GPA. They were snatching up a lot of graduates and things like that. So it's a little tougher. So the military is a really good option to give them give you a few years and a paycheck.
Yep.
So that's cool. It's money.
It is.
And I'm an advocate for it now. I was trying to get my son to. He won't get out.
Let him do what
he won't get out of bed.
Oh, well, that's not gonna work.
So, what do you think is like the biggest strengths of Kamala Harris? Like, we just say they might can attack her on this or this, but what is her biggest strengths?
I think one of her biggest strengths is, and this is going to sound so ridiculous, but she can articulate. Like she can, her subjects and verbs agree. Like we don't get the word salad when we talk to her. When she talks, also her young age is an asset. She's been the vice president, so she's well versed. She's experienced.
Right.
She's well versed in policy already. And I just, the attacks that are coming from the opposition, they're low hanging fruit.
Right.
They attack her looks. They attack the fact she's black, that she's a woman. But other than that, they really don't have anything else because
they say she's not even black. Some of them,
he said that again today.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't even check today.
Yeah.
But I knew he was playing it low for it while he had Biden in there. But I knew he was getting ready to come out the closet with his, because he doesn't like women and he doesn't like black people.
Right.
And you know, he'll make money off it. He's a businessman.
Right.
He'll pat you on the back and like the rappers and stuff like that because they put money in his pocket.
Right.
But you know, I mean, if you come up against him or say something against him, he'll show you his true colors.
Right.
You know,
Right.
So,
But
that's why all these Southerners love him. That's why they love him.
But as far as her policy is concerned, I feel like that's a work in progress. I feel like that's something that's going to develop over time as we race toward the election day.
Right.
We'll know more of what her policies actually are.
Well, I can't wait.
Yeah.
And I just noticed like he already dropped out of the debate and all that kind of stuff.
Would you want to debate her?
No.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. But see, he's a businessman, and that's like kryptonite is a lawyer, you know.
Yeah.
So a lawyer is a businessman's worst nightmare. So you know what I mean. So as soon as you say the L word, a lot of businessmen, you know, they either go to their lawyer, or they just kind of bow out of saying anything.
Right.
And that's what he's doing. He doesn't want to debate her.
Well,
she's smarter than him for one.
Not wanting to deal with a lawyer or an attorney as a business person. It's only if you're not doing the right thing.
Right, that too.
If you've got everything squared away the way that you should, I don't care what attorney you have. I'm gonna get mine, but I'm also like I'm not afraid, you know.
Right. I froze up. Well, it wasn't a lawyer. I froze up in Florence a few weeks ago. One of my clients went on this high-speed chase. Police officer got hurt. He barricaded it with his woman and all.
Oh wow!
And I just had every news outlet in Florence calling me, and even one in my face.
Oh no!
But she was pretty cool. I forgot her name already. But
it's Tanya Brown.
Tanya Brown. Oh, she was on me now, but after we talked, you know what I mean, she understood my side of the everything, and I appreciate her not blasting us in the paper and everything like that. She really did right by me, but she wasn't. But you know, once we talked, she kind of understood what was going on. But the first time we talked, I was just like, oh man, you know, I was just freaking out, like, why is the news like? But yeah, you're right. But I mean, we gotta, you know. It's a lot of people that want to be a business people, but you got to be prepared for that kind of stuff.
You absolutely do.
I wasn't, you know, that was my first time. I winged it. I was a car salesman. I could talk, but you know what I mean. I winged it, but you got to be prepared for that kind of stuff. So, so where does business go 5 years from now for you?
So this is already in progress. We are expanding.
Okay.
So we have already moved into the upstate.
Oh.
And then in the next year or so, we'll be expanding to Florence and coastal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna go upstate first.
Yep, we're already there.
Is there? Okay, you're already there.
Yeah.
Is that a strategy, or is that, you know, is that by is that just something we're gonna go upstate first, or is it a reason why you go upstate before you go?
So I've got people in upstate.
We got people up there. Okay.
And so I've got people in the low country too, but I'm still trying to figure out what that looks like. If we're gonna just do residential or commercial, or so I'm just still trying to figure out exactly what we're gonna do. But we're coming. We're coming, Florence.
All right, Florence, they coming. It's enough. Hey, it's enough buildings and enough contracts.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this with a lady. I'm kind of disappointed. Today was kind of a sad day for me because I went and saw a building in Florence that I would like to get. It's on Second Loop. And man, there's a lot of traffic on there and everything like that. But I think when I had a meeting with the lady, you know what I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was dressed nice and stuff like that, but I don't know. It had some water damage, and I kind of challenged her on that. And she said the roof was new and stuff like that. So anyway, we just, you know, she didn't call me back yet. And tomorrow's the first of the month, and I'm just like, okay, now we don't have anything in place at the first of the month. I'm probably going to have to move on to another building or whatever. But I've been looking for a building in Florence for 6-7 months. It's either too expensive or what they want downtown, because downtown is beautiful. But it's still some rundown buildings that from the old Florence downtown before the renovation that they need to do and everything. But Florence is absolutely, I would love to be downtown.
Florence.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
I would love to be like right next to Jazz on Darden, where I can go.
I
can go in there and get me some muscles. Shout out to Jazz. Shout out to Jazz on Darden. But so We're going upstate business. Mm-hmm. We're going
Going low country, yeah.
low country, and that's with the cleaning service and everything like that. Mm-hmm. Gonna get back into the real estate full time once the changes and everything. Or
I don't know about full time.
Not full time.
Just because of the demands that my now full time job at Blue Cross has on me, but the weekends and the evenings are always available. I just need to see what this new real estate landscape is going to look like before I can even commit to.
All right.
Yeah.
So now, let's get a little personal. I ain't gonna go too far now.
Okay.
All right. So obviously, audience is gonna be able to see you, and they're gonna want to know what is your status right now. Are we married, single?
I am single because I'm not married.
Okay. Oh, now that's an interesting answer.
I'm single because I'm not married.
Because you're not married, okay. Dating?
I'm dating.
Right.
I'm dating. I'm dating.
Okay, you're dating. Okay. So what on a date? Okay. I'm not gonna say me, because we family. But on a date, what impresses you? What are you looking for on a date? First date. First and second date.
First and second. I like to laugh.
Right.
I like to laugh. I like to have a good time. A first date, like I'm not one of those girls, oh, you can't take me to Cheesecake Factory, you can't do that. I'm easy.
Yeah, so that list came out. So Cheesecake Factory is definitely not a bad place to take someone.
Cheesecake Factory is actually really good.
When I saw it on the list, I was like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of get Applebee's, but the Cheesecake Factory? And I like Applebee's too, but don't get me wrong, I'm not dissing Applebee's.
So my only request would be take me somewhere where I can eat, because I don't eat meat. So,
right.
Take me somewhere where I can eat a piece of salmon, or, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I'm not picky at all.
So you're a vegetarian?
I'm a pescatarian.
Pescatarian, okay. Can you tell us what the difference is? Because some of us just don't know.
So a vegetarian is someone that does not eat any meat at all.
Right.
No animal flesh.
Okay.
A pescatarian is one that still eats dairy. Well, not dairy, like eggs. I still eat eggs.
Right.
I still eat fish,
Crab
seafood.
leg.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
For
sure.
That's meat in. That's what I'm gonna go to.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the meat too. I'm getting there. I'm gonna drop the meat.
Yeah.
I've limited it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
But I can't give up the crab leg.
No, I'm not, and I'm not going to. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not
Me
even gonna
either.
try.
Yeah, I'm born, but I mean, shoot, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what the day you're not picky.
Nah, and
So someone may see you and see, the beauty, and may think like,
stop it, Wally.
hey, she's gonna be hard to get at. She's gonna be a hard person to be with.
That is not. I do realize that I give that impression,
Right.
Because I give the appearance of being very buttoned up and poised and all that stuff. But I am truly one of the most down to earth people that you'll ever meet. Non-judgmental.
You got some street in you too now.
Now, why are you telling my business? I do have a little ratchetness to me. I do, but I have to be pushed to that point. You have to ask for her. I'm not just going to give you. But in a man, I look for transparency. You'd be surprised what you'll get from a woman if you just upfront and transparent from the beginning.
Right.
I don't do facades.
Gotcha.
Don't send me your representative.
Gotcha.
Because I can see through a lot of stuff. So don't give me something.
Right.
And don't start something that you're not able to continue with.
I understand that.
So, but like consistency and and you got to be able to know how to bowl, because I'm a bowler.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, I'm a bowler. So
you're a bowler. Okay.
I am.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna stick there for 1 second.
All right.
So, rich man, or it doesn't have to be rich.
Absolutely.
It can be down and out, but you got potential.
Okay, so I'm a little bit
pick
too
them
old.
Up. You might have to pick them up to go bowling.
I done been there and done that. Now, if you listen, if you're trying to get it out of the mud, and you honestly trying to get it out of the mud, everybody falls on hard times, right? I can't hold that against you because I've been there. But I do not want to take care of a man.
Right. Okay.
I don't want to take care of a man. I've been there and done that, and I'm not doing that again.
That's I've done that too,
but
not take care of me.
But you know, yeah, I hope you
I got what you.
But no, I'm just, you know, I'm so easy, and I'm okay with not ever getting married again, and I'm okay with being in my own space. I'm okay with being somebody's life partner.
Right.
We ain't got to get married.
Right. Well, one of my questions, and when we do those questions, was married or single. Which one you prefer? So we go ahead and jump on that since we're on the subject.
Okay. If it's the right person, I prefer to be married. I do. Okay. Because I'm a good
wife.
And I enjoyed being a wife. I really did. I enjoyed being a wife. I enjoyed fixing this plate and making sure, you know, everything was everything. I did.
That's cool. I was wondering, would you get married again?
I would. You call me Elizabeth Taylor. I'm not gonna tell you how many times I've been married, but I would do it again.
Your fault it is. Maybe one your fault, man.
Well, the first one I got married very young. Got married in the military. I didn't know what I was doing. I was homesick. I was all the way in Hawaii, and you know it was just the thing to do at that time. So yeah.
Understand that. Yeah. So to this bowling thing, you're in the league.
I'm in 3 leagues.
You're in 3 leagues. Oh yeah, you like to bowl.
I do.
So if I wanted to be in a league, what do I do?
It depends on what kind of league you want to be in.
Do I have to be like, okay, say I bowled, I'm just an average bowler, like in the 100s or something like that. Upper 100s going into the 2s.
So that's a little bit above average. And if you're not like trying to compete, I would probably do just like a beer league. They have those at Royal Z. They have those over at AMF.
Okay.
Bolero.
So AMF is that Broad River, Bush River?
Bush River.
Bush River. Okay. Oh, my cousin Steve bowl out there. You know Steve?
What's Steve's last name?
God, what's Steve's last name? He my cousin, but he don't have the last name of everybody else.
I'm sure I know him.
Got glasses, handsome guy, short haircut.
I'm sure.
Talks a lot, wears a lot of Redskin stuff. What's Steve?
Is he married to a white girl?
No. I think he's into.
I'm sure I know him because the bowling community is so small.
You got to know Steve.
Yeah, the bowling community is very small.
If he saw you, he would let you know who he was.
Yeah. I probably know him, but yeah, the bowling community is real small, and we all kind of know each other.
Stephen Gaither.
I think I do know him.
Yeah. That's his last name.
Yeah.
Gaither. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So he bowls out there. So So if I'm above average bowler, those are kind of like the places. Rosie is 2 notch. Right?
Yeah, that's my home, house. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my home house. But and when I started out bowling, I was about 100, 110 average. But it's increased since then.
It's increased. Okay.
And so.
But you don't gotta be one of these people that gotta make a strike every time and all that kind of stuff. Cause I didn't try to lead, but I went out bowling a few times. Some people were like, it was kind of annoying to me how some people was acting. Maybe I just went at the wrong people and stuff like that. So they were just like real. Like mean, like you know, like if you don't do
I'm
like,
not mean because you know it's not that serious. But the goal is to.
It's the win.
The goal is to get a strike. I mean,
all right, I can see you. I can see you now. And he sucks.
No, I would never say nah, because everybody has to start somewhere, right? So no, I would never say it. I might say it in my head. No, I wouldn't even say it in my head because everybody has to start somewhere, right?
Or it's the worst one. I would rather them say you suck than when you come back, they go, good job. You know, the little fake high five.
No, because I would never do that because bowlers can tell who can bowl and who can't bowl, and I don't. The only thing that irritates me about people that don't know how to bowl is lane courtesy. Like that's the thing that just like irritates me.
Lane courtesy, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
You watch bowling on ESPN on TV and stuff?
Man, get out of my business. I do. I watch bowling on TikTok.
Right.
I'm a tournament bowler, so like I've been to Vegas. As a matter of fact, I'm going to Vegas next week to bowl.
Right.
I've been to Chicago. We travel.
Right.
So
big.
Yeah.
And they so like now the kids at the house, you tend to bowl more, right?
I do because I don't have nothing else to do.
That's your main thing.
That is my thing.
Right.
That is my thing.
Any other hobby? Anything else you're doing besides? I know you're hustling, but I mean, that's my favorite thing. But you know what I mean. I would like to take on something.
That's really it, because bowling doesn't come easy to me. You can't tell by looking at me, but I used to be an athlete in high school, and what I did, the events that I did in high school, the sports that I played in high school, they came easy to me, right?
Okay.
Bowling does not come easy to me. So right now, I gotta, I'm trying to conquer bowling. And my goal, as with any bowler, is a perfect game, a 300 game.
Okay.
I've come pretty close to it. My highest score is a 265.
Woo! Yeah, you picking at people.
I'm not picking at people. I'm not.
You picking at people.
I'm not.
You
But
the 260.
get it right, 265.
265. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
265. Wow.
Yeah.
That's that TV stuff.
I mean,
Yeah. I like to play that little video game that they be having in the bar. That's not the same. That's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
You don't like.
So right now, I don't really have any hobbies other than that. Once I get that down, then I'll move on to something else.
All right. So we know where your business is going to be in 5 years. So where are you going to be in 5 years?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I'm not chained to Columbia.
Right.
Because with my Blue Cross job, I can work remote. I am not so heavily involved with somebody that I can't up and move and do something different. So I'm not really sure where I'll be in 5 years. I know I'm gonna be happy wherever I am.
So audience, she just said something major now. She said she's not heavily involved, so it's a chance for y'all out there. Y'all can hit me up. I'll get y'all in touch with.
You better come correct though.
Hey, I do want to do one of those things where it's 20 versus 1. Would you do one of those?
What is that?
Have you seen these kids? No, it's kind of like this. Like, okay, so you'll be the attractive person and then there'll be 20 men that'll just kind of walk up. They might walk from the door to you, and then they'll turn around, do this, and you can ask them a question. And then after you ask them one question, then you say you agree or disagree, or a check, or a no. And then the goal is to find out of that 20, find somebody that you would date.
Oh, yeah. I'm game. Just as long as they know I might be old enough to be their auntie.
It's all good. It's all good. So I'm gonna ask you just like a few random questions, and then we're gonna get you out of here.
Okay.
And I'm sorry about the food, man. The people messed up my order.
It's all good.
I wanted to feed you and everything.
It's all good.
I rolled out some fake Party City red carpet for you.
I am just happy to be here because I haven't seen you in a few years, I don't think.
I don't know.
It's been a couple of years.
It's been a couple of years. Man, I appreciate you for coming by. Though. So, wait a minute. I didn't ask one of a major question that we ask here is music. What are you listening to?
On my playlist, I've got everything from Aretha Franklin to Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla.
So you like the female movement in rap right now?
I do. I like Meg Thee Stallion.
You like Meg Thee Stallion?
I love her. Okay. I love her energy.
That's what's up. I like Meg Thee Stallion too. And I just hate it for her because I was just reading today now, this the guy that was driving the car or whatever when she got shot is now saying that they were fighting over the gun and she got shot accidentally. And I'm just like over it. Like, let the girl live. Why they always coming for Meg like that? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't doing nothing that the dudes don't do. You know what I'm saying? The male rappers will do.
Right.
She might drink some yak. She chills. She might let it hit. You know what I'm saying? But she is cool as hell.
She really is.
And then they were dissing her about like how tall she was and stuff like that. And I think
she can't help she tall.
You're right, but she was tall and thick and stallion. They were calling her this and this and that. And my whole thing is, have they ever been to Houston, Texas? Like that's what people want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that. Like she's like the queen bee down there. You know what I mean? So man, I just wish they'd leave her alone. But I like Meg Thee Stallion. So 5 questions: Meg Thee Stallion or Nicki Minaj?
Meg,
easy. And why you don't seem like you're not a fan of Nicki Minaj?
Nicki crashing out, man.
She crashing out.
Yeah, and Nicki. She hit below the belt, and she just, I used to like Nicki a lot. Right. And I still got love for her, but she,
She hasn't figured out, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, she hasn't figured out how not to be number one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, okay.
She hasn't figured out how to take a back seat to
Right.
younger rappers.
Right. She is like, and I see this in the business world all the time, especially in the car business. Mm-hmm. Won't allow the young people to come
Right.
in.
Now, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying she's an old head or anything
Right.
like that. But there are also more people out there. There, people other than you can
Right.
make a
Right.
hit. Right. So.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
my whole thing is, you know what I mean, it's all about letting the young people shine too, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to give it up.
Right.
And it's aggravating when a person don't know when to give it up.
Right. Well, she's been number one for a long time, so
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
and Missy was number one for a long time, and then Missy didn't.
But she
Missy
hasn't
didn't
really made
crash
any.
out. Yeah.
She didn't crash out.
When it was her time to just kind of
She
let the
stepped
young
back.
folks, she
Right.
just stepped. You know,
Right.
when
But
Nikki
she
came, she
still-
stepped back. You know.
Well, yeah, but she's still producing, and she still got her finger in it. She's still,
Right.
Yeah, so.
Right. Cool. Florence or Columbia?
Columbia.
Columbia.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll move back to
Now
Florence.
we said all this good stuff about Florence, but
I love Florence.
Right.
Florence is home for me,
Yeah.
but I think because I've been the places that I've been, Florence is too small for me.
okay.
If I had my choice, it would be probably somewhere bigger than Columbia.
Right.
However, like Raleigh, I
Raleigh.
really love Raleigh.
I
but
like it. I just can't afford it.
Yeah.
But I
right,
like it.
right.
Everything
But I
down there is
built
good.
a life here.
Right.
And my roots are here now. So
Kids never lived in Florence.
no,
Yeah.
when they were little, but yeah.
No, okay, they were real little. Okay, cool. Let's see. Want to go here.
Go there. I'm an open book. Let's go.
Thug, not thug. I don't want to say thug. Street dude or corporate dude?
How about both?
Both. You can't have both. Well,
Absolutely,
you want to
I
mix.
can.
Yeah, you want to mix. Okay.
I want somebody that I can take to the cookout, but I
Right.
also want somebody that I can take to
Right.
the marketing banquet with me.
Okay. Is it hard to find that?
It's been a challenge.
Right. It's been a challenge. Gotcha.
No,
Well,
no one wants to be with a man that ain't going to protect her, or they ain't going to have their head on a swivel.
Right. Lexus or Mercedes?
Oh, I'm a Lexus girl.
I know you're a Lexus girl.
Yeah.
Trying to get you out of there.
Nah.
Get you one Benz and one
Nah,
one
my new
Lexus.
Lexus is on the way. As a matter of fact, she's coming up from. Yep.
So you ordered one, or they just didn't have it what you wanted in stock?
They didn't have what I wanted in stock.
Okay.
So it'll be here probably by the weekend.
I know some people like building them now. So like building them from scratch. They take a long time to
Yeah.
get though.
No, I'm a sport Lexus girl. So
Okay. And what's this Lexus? Which one is this?
It's a 300 still.
Still a 300. Okay. You gonna ride out like that?
Yeah.
What you gonna do with that other one?
Give it to my son.
Oh man, Nick, come on, Nick. Let
What
me
you
buy.
mean? What you mean?
Nick, that's your boy.
That's
now.
my baby.
All right. So I just had one more question.
Okay.
Well, we did the married and all
We
of that
did.
stuff. So let's just say let's do an audience question. And since Prime was on the one here at first, Prime,
He
we
don't
need a
ask me
question. We need an audience question.
Prime, you got something.
Now you've been sitting here for 45 minutes. I know you got one question.
He haven't been paying attention.
He ain't been paying
He was
attention.
on his
Oh
phone.
man, you missed it. He go back through it and edit it anyway.
Tell about your experience in the military.
My experience in the military, I was in the Air Force. I was stationed at Hickam Air Force Base. I was in
Where's that now?
in Hawaii.
Hawaii, okay.
I was a supply technician. We were called a forward supply location. So we were right on the flight line. We were based out of a hangar on the flight line. So all the C-5s and 141s, which are older planes, are not even in service anymore, on their way to other bases in the Pacific Theater, like Guam, Auckland, Japan, they had to stop on our base to refuel. And more often than not, because those planes were so old, they had to have parts replaced. So it was our responsibility to make sure that they had the parts they needed. While I was there, I also cross-trained to fleet and defleet aircraft, which is basically pumping. Can I cuss? Pumping shit off of aircraft. So.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So it was a great experience. Hawaii is a beautiful place.
Cool.
Well, pumping the shit wasn't a great
Yeah.
experience, but
Hawaii is beautiful.
Hawaii is beautiful.
I've heard mixed things about Hawaii. So yours is.
So it's beautiful. It was beautiful for me because I was in the military and I could afford to be there, right? But like going back to visit and living there, nah.
Never.
Nah.
Okay. All right. So that's all our questions, and we're finished. But I had to ask you just one last thing.
Okay.
And for the people that, I want to say something about you, and then I'm gonna ask the question first, and then I want to say something about you.
Okay.
So, you pretty much lived the American dream, like most coming up. People, everybody has their own kind of definition of what the American dream is. You know what I mean? When I think of an American dream, I think of and it's hard for me to go from the female side, but I look at it through my mother.
Okay.
So you've had military experience. Well, first you had a small town, high school, strong high school. Black high school, bad band, one of the best bands at that time when you were there, good football team, you know what I mean? You were an athlete, you know what I'm saying? So you graduated and then you were in the military.
And I went to Benedict for a couple of years.
And you went to Benedict, so you had a college experience also, HBCU college experience, and then you had a military experience. You were married, so you had that love, children, 3 children. Your children didn't get caught up.
They did not get caught up.
They didn't get caught up.
No.
You know what I mean? No, nobody's in
Jail.
You know. Unfortunately, I know a lot of mothers that have lost their children to violence, and then, there's nothing that they could do about that. But you've been fortunate enough to not have to bury any of your children. You've been to 3 graduations.
I've been to 3 graduations.
And then high school graduations, and then you've been to
2
two college
Yep.
graduations, and you've also seen your son be able to complete the circle of life of having his own children. So you have grandchildren.
I do.
You're active in sports. You've been a bowler. You've been a basketball mom. So you've done a lot of stuff. Like if somebody had a dream life, that would probably be a dream life. So is there anything that you regret or that you didn't get to do through your life that you would have liked to have done?
I think that if I could change anything, I would probably have tried harder in school. I don't necessarily know that I would have left the military as soon as I did.
Right.
That's it. I wouldn't change anything else.
So everything else was cool.
I've had some hard times.
Right.
I've been through a lot.
Right.
But I wouldn't change one step of it because it makes me who I am today.
Right.
Yeah.
And I usually have a story because I know more. So far, I think I've interviewed maybe, what do you think, Prime? Maybe 15 people, and I've known them all. So when you're starting off with this, like these 2 right here, are probably gonna be my first guests that I don't know.
Okay.
Like I mean, I've seen them, but I don't know them.
Right.
Like I've pretty much known everybody. Like when you first come out here trying to do like podcasts and stuff like that, and journalism and stuff like that, you want people that you're comfortable with because
Right.
You know what I mean? You want to look good. You want to know them. So I usually have a story. I have a experience with all of them, and me and you don't have an experience. Well, we know some people, but we don't have an experience. But I do have an we don't have a story where we went to Vegas and
Right.
But I do have an observation though.
Okay. Be careful.
No, I'm gonna tell you this, and we're gonna end it on this.
Okay.
But so I've known you probably 20 years.
At least.
Okay, at least 20 years. Okay. So I've seen you with young children. I've seen you with a husband, I think twice. I've seen you go through some struggles, you know what I'm saying? Have some hard times, ups, downs. We ain't gonna go through all of that. But what a lot of people, and it's not. We don't know what happened behind closed doors. We don't know if you broke. You know what I mean? But one thing that I can always say is when I see you, no matter what you're going through, that you're a lady. And that's and that's my observation of you. Like if I had one word to describe you, I would say a lady. She's a lady. Like through all she's been through or whatever, whoop de whoop, right, wrong, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You have always maintained the lady, the lady status. So that's my observation. And I appreciate you coming on here, talking to us, and touching on everything.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate y'all.
You gotta come back. You gotta come back and be a co-host one day.
Hey, I'm with it. Just let me know.
Yeah, I be needing little co-hosts and stuff.
Just let
like
me
that.
know.
Yeah,
because I ask good questions too.
Yeah, because we do like 4 shows on Wednesday and 4
Especially
shows
we start
on
talking
Friday.
about relationship stuff.
Yeah, well,
because
we
so
get
that's the
into
other thing
too.
that I'm doing. I'm in the process of being getting certified to be a life coach.
Okay.
Because all this experience I got, I might as well be able to try to help somebody else.
Somebody else. Yeah.
Let's do that.
That's cool.
Let's do a relationship show.
Let's do a show about relationships and you be the co-host asking all that stuff because I don't know nothing about being good at a relationship. I don't know nothing about that.
And
that's
scene.
it. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.